No sooner had I done a video about book burning than I switched on my phone, and there was a Twitter feed from Lawrence Fox burning a gay pride flag with a certain amount of pride, wearing sunglasses. He did it last year as well and caused a problem and caused disturbance last year. It was investigated, I believe. But the distinction between burning a flag and burning a book is subtle, symbolic, and highly consequential in legal, moral, and philosophical terms. Both are acts of expression, yet their implications differ markedly in what they destroy, what they communicate, and how societies respond. Burning a flag is almost always a political act. It's a destruction not of a person or of a text or an institution, but of a symbol, a shorthand for identity, ideology, and affiliation. So when Lawrence Fox incinerates a pride flag, he's not eliminating information, he's making a hostile declaration towards what that flag represents: inclusion, plurality, LGBTQ plus visibility. And he explained this morning that that he was contemptuous of the way extra colours have been added to link the gay pride flag to other political movements like Black Lives Matter and so on. It's an act of targeted rejection aimed not at argument but at erasure. The law tends to treat flag burning as expressive conduct, protected, if distasteful, under freedom of speech. In the UK, it's not itself a criminal offence unless accompanied by threatening, abusive, or disorderly behaviour under the Public Order Act. In the US, it's protected under the First Amendment, so Texas versus Johnson in 1989. But when a flag burning becomes repetitive, targeted, and designed to provoke fear, as with the arson attempts in Bude, it may cross into hate crime territory, especially when linked to vulnerable minority communities. And at that point, it becomes an issue for the law. Book burning, by contrasting, I think is a much more chilling gesture. It's not merely a rebuke of ideology, but a symbolic attack on knowledge itself. Burning a Quran, for instance, is not simply anti-Islamic in sentiment, it's the public immolation of a sacred text, the attempt to obliterate a body of meaning, worship, wisdom, and belief. Books are repositories of knowledge and identity. Their destruction, therefore, evokes centuries of violence. Savonarola's, bonfires, the Nazis burning Marx and Freud, or extremists burning Bibles or Qurans. To burn a book is to say this should not exist, this should not be read, you must forget this. It's totalitarian, even when performed by lone provocateurs. While UK law may protect such acts under certain conditions of free speech, the burning of sacred text becomes criminal when it meets the threshold for religiously aggravated public order offences, as in the Hamid Choshkun case, especially when paired with threatening or abusive conduct. If the government, in response to such tensions, chooses to criminalise flag burning more readily than book burning, it would send a peculiar message. And I fear we're going to go in this direction because I fear the government, both in the UK and in America, is going to recognise that the laws that exist do not really cover these issues, like the specific arson of book burning and flag burning. And they might conclude that symbols are more worthy of legal protection than scriptures, that community cohesion trumps cultural literacy. That may well be the distinction that we're heading for, particularly if pressure from nationalist or anti-woke voices succeeds in casting pride flags as provocative while ignoring the pattern of harassment that their removal often represents. The risk here is double. One, that pride becomes reframed as a political nuisance rather than a civic celebration of dignity. Two, that we normalise the harassment of minorities by treating flag vandalism as a tolerable misdemeanour while bracketing textual incineration under the rarefied heading of religious exceptionalism. Flags are symbolic. Books are epistemic. Burning a flag is a gesture of rejection. Burning a book is a gesture of annihilation. When governments police these acts inconsistently, protecting one act of expression while failing to defend the other, they signal not neutrality but preference. And the lesson from Weston-super-Mare and the Choshkin case is not that burning should be banned outright, it's that hate, dressed as free expression, remains hate. And when it targets the dignity of others, society should respond not just with laws, but with moral clarity. As a corollary to this, there's a story in Wichita, in America, where a Catholic church was vandalized, was desecrated over the weekend. Statues destroyed, glass smashed, and the perpetrator's been caught. The case was brought up at a Trump press conference, and Trump says he will look into it. But again, it's about the the attempt to destroy symbols, to attack an appearance, and in attacking an appearance is also attacking the thing itself. And I think we have to address all of this together as one concept. Flags, statues, whether these are statues of Winston Churchill or statues of saints in a church, or holy people in a temple. It's about attacking ideas, and we must protect our ideas. We must protect our ideas and our history. In the same way as we must protect our literature. Flags, frankly, in this schedule of concerns, fall quite low on the list. But buildings, statues, and most importantly, books, I think come quite high on the list of things that we should be protecting. There may be instances where the incineration of a book is desirable, pulping books, for example, but they should be focused and effectively approved by an authority. The individual book burning effort, the individual statue defacing effort, that needs to be the subject of good legislation. People who scrawl things on statues as they pass in a protest, I don't think that is statue desecration, nor people who clamber up and sit on statues, big public statues. I don't think that is necessarily desecration. But it's up for debate. And we are having this discussion, but it's a discussion which is scattergunned at the moment, and I think it needs to be brought into one tight piece of legislation, which is well thought out, considered, and generous to the community and to the people who may be tempted to perform these outrages. In the end, our job is not to catch people. Our job, I think, is to dissuade them, to educate them. So again, we come back down to the issue of education, and there's so much lacking in the basic education in history, in religion, in language, and the sort of cultural integration which happens in school, and we're not encouraging it as much as we could.